Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, that taught me this truth and the sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to you, Hakim, across the four corners of the earth, that are pushing this knowledge and truth and in sincerity. It's your brother Bars off in the GMS Arizona Camp, Lord's will, with another quick lesson edified through the Holy Spirit unto you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the true children of Israel, according to the scriptures and according to the prophecy. Shalom. All right, I just got this quick precept I want to go into. You know, I was just meditating after having a conversation with a brother the other day on just stand in just remaining uncomfortable. Remaining uncomfortable because therein lies growth. You know, this is where you're going to find your growth. Stand in that uncomfortable place. You know, and it's just something that I've been meditating on over the last few days and thought it might be an edifying lesson to go into, because this is where you're going to find growth. Men who avoid things that put them in a position of discomfort are men that avoid opportunities of growth. So this is Psalms 92 and 12, and we'll see what the Spirit, gives me. Like I said, I just got this one precept, and we'll just kind of flow through the Spirit. Psalms 92 and 12, it says, "The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon." And you got to think about the fact that when you come into this thing, you should always be growing. And there shouldn't be extended periods where you just become stagnant. There's never going to be a period of time in this truth where you've done enough. Because the scriptures tell us that you can never go far enough for the Lord. And even if you feel like, you praise the Lord to the best of your ability and give it everything you got, then, the glory of the Lord far exceeds even that. So we never get to a point in this truth where we've done enough, where we can kick back and say, like, all right, we put in enough work to be justified. It's a day-to-day thing, and if the Lord take the Spirit from you, okay, and you turn back to your vomit, okay, ended up getting casted out of this thing, the Lord spews you out of his mouth, then all of your works are forgotten. You could have 5 years, 10 years, 20 years into this thing, and if you don't finish, then all of your works are forgotten. So what you want to do is finish the race. You want to finish the course. In order to do that, it requires a sustained growth and continual progress. Should always be improving. And this is just not from what you learn in the scriptures, from breaking down the scriptures, from remembering precepts, or it's in all aspects of the truth. Also in the aspects of your life, because coming into this truth, you should put on that new man. You should become a new creature, and becoming that new creature, you're going to be living according to the law, statutes, and commandments, what's written in the scriptures, okay? And that's going to be what guides your life, the Lord dwelling in you. You see, the Lord is going to guide your steps. But with that being said, the things in your personal life should have a dramatic change as well. What's your diet like? Now you got the truth, then you shouldn't be on the same bullshit that you was on before. Okay, what are your personal habits like? What's your hygiene like? You see what I'm saying? How do you conduct yourself as far as like your, on the job? How do you conduct yourself out there in the world? All of these things should become new. You should be holding yourself to a higher standard in everything. How are you taking care of your health and your fitness? You see, all of these things should be gradually improving now that you are equipped with this knowledge. So Psalms 92:12, it says, the righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Now I got this is Google. I said typed in cedars of Lebanon, and they got a few things. You see here, it says the lifespan of the Lebanon, the cedar tree. It says 1,000 years. It says longevity. The mighty Lebanon cedar is slow growing, and there are some of these trees that are thought to be more than 1,000 years of age. Okay. But the key there, it says it's slow growing. Let's go to characteristics. I wanted to get this. It says down here, it says, people also ask, what is special about the cedars of Lebanon? It says, known for its resilience. Known for its resilience. It says, this true cedar has been a builder of empires and a symbol of strength for many countries. See? So not only does this thing continue to grow slowly, could last for 1,000 years, have a 1,000-year lifespan, but also it's resilient. Okay, and this is what we should strive to be in this truth, man. Let's get this real quick, then we'll come back to Psalms. Colossians 2:6, it says, as ye have therefore received from Mashiach Yahushua the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in the faith, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. See, those roots, just like that cedar tree, man, deeply rooted into the ground so that it can grow. You got to be rooted and established in this faith the same way so that you can grow slowly, continually, just like that cedar of Lebanon, and age in this thing. Have longevity in this thing. Be able to withstand, the things that come with this walk. The diligence, okay, the chastisements, all the challenges that come with walking in this walk of faith. All right, again, let me get verse 7. It says, rooted and built up in him, established in the faith. Let's get that word established real quick. All right, let's see what it says. It says to make firm, establish, confirm, make sure. All right. Stabilitate. Let's see what the root word goes into. Stable, fast, firm, sure, trusty. All right. Which this goes to the Greek. Let's get that word.
Strong's G 950. Bebayao. Bebayao.
All right. So you want to be sure, firm in this faith, in this knowledge, and what you believe, in the faith of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So going back to Psalms 92, again, verse 12, it says, the righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of the Lord Yahweh shall flourish in the courts of the Most High. They shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourishing, man. You see? And we see this from our elder and apostles as the perfect example. Being in this thing 30, 40 years, we still see them in their older age, still being great examples to us younger brothers, being diligent and being fruitful, even in their old age. And that's what we want to strive to be. You know, if we still here and find ourselves in Babylon the Great, you know, years down the line, then that's the position that we want to be in. We want to be diligent. We still want to be established and rooted in this faith. You know, not wavering, strong. You know, knowing and understanding what we believe in. Okay, and that again is the foundation of that is, and what keeps you in it for the longevity is the diligence and continual growth. You know, rebuking that spirit of the sluggard that might try to creep up in there. You know, because it's not a good outcome for anybody that's lukewarm or that's a sluggard when you get into the scriptures. Let's just type that in real quick. You know, it's not very well spoken of in the scriptures. Let's get this. Proverbs 13:4. The soul of the sluggard desireth and have nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. Okay, go right with the other precept, man. Those that are fruitful are going to flourish and be made fat. You see? In that word diligent, let's go into it. That word diligent says sharp pointed, sharp, diligent. It says strict, decision. Let's go into the root. To cut, to sharpen, decide, decree, determine, move, be decisive. It says, all right. Yeah, man, you want to be sharp in this thing, man. You see, the Lord requires you to be on point. You know, when you think about the, you know, something being sharp, man, the Lord requires you to be on point with this thing. He wants you to be diligent. He wants you to, you know, work hard and give it all you got. You see, let's get that word sluggard. That's what I meant to do. Let's get that. Sluggish, lazy, and ultimately growth is halted with laziness. Because, you know, hey, it's lazy brothers out there. They got that lazy spirit on them. You know, they don't want to get up and do what's required because why is uncomfortable. And that goes back to the beginning of the video. Stay in that uncomfortable place and then you'll foster continual growth, because that's where the growth is found, in that place where you're uncomfortable. When you got to get up off the couch and go and move your body, that's not what your flesh want to do, but it's beneficial to your flesh. All right, when you want to relax and turn on TV or turn on a game, when you know you should be studying and reading, that's not what your flesh wants to do, but going and studying and opening up the book and reading is what's beneficial. These things are a form of discomfort at the time, because it's not what your flesh would choose to do, but it's going to be the thing that's most beneficial for you. So you should remain in that place where you're uncomfortable. If you don't know how to do something, or you don't have a skill, when you step into those realms, then you get uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar territory. But if you stay there and you remain in that place of discomfort, then you pick up a new skill. Stay there until you get comfortable with it. And then find the next thing. What's next? And then that's how you grow. Now you're equipped with something that you didn't have before. And this is the point of the video, man. So it says the sluggish, lazy, sluggard. It says slothful, all right? We don't want to be slothful in this thing. Rebuke that spirit, that sluggard, lazy, slothful spirit. Okay, because that's a major barrier in your ability to grow. You see? Let's get a few more. We'll go back to Psalms Let's see, sluggard. Man, the scriptures go in on the sluggard, man. Proverbs 20:4 says, the sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Therefore shall he beg in harvest and have nothing. All right, verse 4 says, those too lazy to plow in the right season will have no food at the harvest. See the benefit of getting uncomfortable? You know, hey, it wouldn't be comfortable for you to go out and work in the cold. All right, but if it came down to it and you have food, okay, because you suffered that, then ultimately it was a benefit, right? And that's the way you got to think about things. That's the way you got to think about everything through the Spirit. This is why you have to challenge yourself to stay uncomfortable. Get used to it. Get used to being uncomfortable, because that is the place where growth and progress is found. So going back to Psalms, verse 13, it says, those that be planted in the house of the Lord Yahweh shall flourish in the courts of the Most High. They shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourishing. To shew that the Lord Yahweh is upright. He is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him. You know, so, you know, that's the point, man. We want to continue to grow. And we want to continue to grow in this thing, man. You know, let me see if I can find this other one. Then I'm gonna close it out. I think 1 Timothy 4, maybe. I'm going to start at verse 14. 1 Timothy 4:14, it says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy with the laying on the hands of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Now, what I want to do is, let me see. Nah, this ain't the one that I wanted. Salaki, give me a minute. Nah, yeah, that's it, bro. I'm gonna just end it there. You know, hey, because verse 15 is good. Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. So when you think about growth, you know, the beautiful part about it is, you know, other brothers can see your growth. You know, you see certain brothers that have grown in the ministry, and you know, they today are someone completely different than they were when you may have first met them years ago. Man, brothers really admire and appreciate seeing those things, and it motivates brothers, you know, if they're in the right spirit. You know, so you got to think about, you know, when you're doing the right things, your profiting is going to appear to other brothers, and they see it, and then they'll, you know, take on, you know, the things that you have done to grow. You know, they'll become, you know, they'll start asking questions. You know, they're going to inquire, you know, and then they'll start putting these things on, man, and applying them to their own personal lives and their personal walks. See, and that's the beautiful thing about the brotherhood. You know, having brothers and being those examples, you know, but first you gotta, you know, you gotta apply those things to your own life. These are the things you gotta be thinking about, those that see you doing what you're doing as well, because they learning and they growing from the things that you're doing, even if you don't realize it. So again, man, Lord willing, this has been edifying. Stay in that uncomfortable place, okay? Because that's where you'll find growth and progress. Lord willing, this has been edifying. Until next time, say shalom.